Hello there.
So at the time of recording this, I hope you guys enjoyed the double upload of the Band of Brothers season finale, plus the We Stand Alone Together documentary. I uploaded them back to back, and there were a couple comments straight off the bat with the Band of Brothers finale reaction saying, "We stand alone together. We stand alone together." I'm like, I just double uploaded it. It's there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for the support on Band of Brothers. Absolutely fantastic. The channel growth because of Band of Brothers has been absolutely phenomenal. And at the time of recording, that's like I'm saying, I hope you guys have seen my first reaction to the Pacific as well, because I'm planning to upload that today as I'm recording this for my episode 2 Pacific reaction. And I'd just like to apologize. I didn't know that there were veteran interviews or narrations at the beginning of the Pacific, and hence there was a comment on my Band of Brothers reaction for the finale saying, "Oh, be sure to check out these intros for the Pacific before the episode." So that's what I'm going to be doing, post episode 2 or starting from episode 2, because I didn't know for episode 1, because the streaming service in Australia doesn't, for some reason, have the narration by Tom Hanks at the beginning of each episode. So what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitting you shot. Today, we are up to episode 2 of the Pacific, titled Basilone. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to see what's in store for us. Episode 1 was absolutely fantastic. Let's smash this thing. Let's go.
On Guadalcanal, when we really and truly figured none of us would survive, or that we were expendable. The Japanese Navy came in and sank all of our escorts.
The American Navy suffered one of their worst defeats in history. And our supplies, food, and most of our ammunition went down with it.
By September of 1942, the Marines had been left to fight the battle for Guadalcanal alone.
That's insane, man.
They were vastly undersupplied, and many were on the verge of starvation.
We knew that our Navy had left, and that the Japanese had control of the sea, and that they could supply their troops, and we couldn't.
Is this a worse off situation than Bastogne? I'm just asking a question here, because they're completely cut off on the Solomon Islands here, this battle for Guadalcanal, because as they're saying, the Japanese Navy absolutely annihilated the American Navy, and you're completely cut off. You know in your mind as a soldier, there is no backup incoming for a while unless the miracle happens. And there's no resupplies happening. There's nothing. At least with Bastogne, you had the trucks at least leading to the town where you could get your soldiers off to a medical, bay or something along the lines of that before the bombardment. And there was some sort of, backtrack that you could, retreat to. There was something to retreat towards with Bastogne, even though they had to hold the lines for months and months. And, it was terrible conditions and things like that. But with this, it's almost as if it could be possibly a worse case scenario than Bastogne, in my opinion. Band of Brothers deals with the mental fortitude of a soldier so well, and you having to basically power through certain conditions, certain situations. And I hope the Pacific deals with that as well, especially with the situation they're talking about here in Guadalcanal. And I just want to talk about that and pause and just share my thoughts, and hopefully you guys can fill me in on the type of situation that Guadalcanal was, because you guys have said Band of Brothers has basically possibly at times toned down a few things, even with for instance the Spears run through through the Nazi town, and they're like thinking, what the heck? And he was apparently yelling remarks at them and things like that about how they were poor shot, and the show actually toned that down. So it's interesting to see. You guys have said the Pacific is much more brutal, so yeah, let's get into it.
With thousands of Japanese reinforcements pouring onto the island,
Damn.
the Marines were strafed and bombed continuously.
Pressure was on us from the Japanese 24 hours a day, and they bombed every day in big formations.
They just kept coming in, and the guns just pounding.
At the mercy of the Japanese bombers, and without any naval support, the Marines battled yet another enemy, the jungle on Guadalcanal.
The jungle on Guadalcanal was practically impenetrable.
The malaria was vicious. Boys would come down with chills, have temperatures of 105. But the whole Guadalcanal campaign was one of near starvation, as I recall it.
Yeah, this episode is going to be insane.
After enduring more than a month of jungle warfare, the Marines faced a Japanese offensive to retake their lost airfield.
On Guadalcanal, I developed a sort of a formula in life in which there are times that you just pray and hold on. And that's what we did on Guadalcanal. Repeatedly, you would just pray and hold on.
Okay, so I think that's the intro done for Basilone before we get into the next episode, because I think there's timestamps in the comment sections here that have said which episode. Yeah, so 455 is the Melbourne episode. So now we're going to get into the Basilone episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. And it seems like Guadalcanal, relentless pressure, non-stop 24/7. Actually, like, crazy how much impact a small island can have, or how much, you know, weight a small airfield holds in terms of like the scale of the war itself. I love these wide shots of the jungle and the soldiers basically looking like little figurines amongst, you know, the vast expanse of the jungle itself.
His men? No, sir.
Far out, man. Neck shots, I can't deal with them.
Break him down! Give him the damn password! Lorelei! Lorelei! Cover the rear! Make a hole! Make a hole!
It seems like this show itself is going to be non-stop. And I talked about episode 1. You're thrown into the thick of the action pretty quickly. And something I failed to mention in episode 1, which I want to mention here and was discussed in the intro narration, is I feel like what they're going to do really greatly in this show is ensure that the jungle is another character in itself. And it seems like they're going to portray that really well off the bat. Like I said, you have these beautiful wide long shots of the soldiers themselves looking like little figurines and really minuscule individuals compared to the vast nature of the forest. And then on the other hand as well, you're facing an enemy in which, as shown in another shot right there before, you cannot even see amongst the smoke of the gunfire and things like that. They don't know where they're shooting half the time. Bang! One guy gets sniped in the throat. He's gone. And immediately, as soon as you cut to the close-up shot of, you know, him choking on his own blood, you see flies immediately start to swarm that area in which he's been shot. Again, adding to the fact about the malaria they're talking about in the intro, and the jungle being a character in itself. Like, the jungle is going to take no prisoners. The jungle, you know, is going to be ruthless and merciless itself, just like the Japanese soldiers who are 24/7 under constant 24/7, you know, trying to pin these guys down and stamp on their throats. The jungle is doing that as well. So these guys are facing two fronts in a way. Physically, the enemy you got to worry about, the jungle, mentally, everything.
Fuckers really are sneaky.
JP,
Yeah,
set up on that trail.
on it.
Manny,
Grab the tripod.
have
Let's
Evans
go.
and Garland digging next to me and Mo. Come on, let's go. LaPointe, you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Evans on me.
Yes, Sergeant.
Got to keep going. You got to keep moving.
Supper's on, supper's on.
Got anything good? What are those?
Army rations from 1918. Quartermaster over in Dog Company claims they're edible. After you suck on them for about an hour or two.
Is this all you could find?
You fucking forage next time.
Hey, who you writing to, Lucky? Is it abroad? Oh, come on, Lecky. Read it. I'd do it for you.
Dear Vera.
I knew it.
Dear Vera, it's raining. I'm entertaining Runner by reading him this letter. Can't wait to see you and ever so slowly strip you of your... you don't need to hear that part.
Oh, that's precisely what I need to hear. Tell her how handsome I am.
I'm gonna tell her the truth. We've been swallowed by the jungle and 5,000 Japs waiting to kill us.
Hey, thanks for brightening the mood.
Oh, I do what I can.
Rice without beef. Rice without chicken. Rice without shrimp. Just rice. Carbs.
What do you got against Saint Germain?
Jap Navy sails up and down the slot every night and plasters us.
That don't got nothing to do with her.
You know, the only radar reports I want to hear is that a bunch of Jap ships have been sunk somewhere off some crappy island called Guadalcanal. But then we'd need the Navy for that, wouldn't we? So fat chance.
So the Japs got us surrounded. Is that what's bugging you?
John, I shit like 20 times a day. My ass is killing me.
JP's in a bad mood, Manny. Next he'll be complaining about the mosquitoes. Come here. Hot chow, cheer you up.
The maggots. Oh, damn, man.
Think of it as meat.
Fuck it. Next.
Maggots and rice.
Division just translated some Jap news.
So it is protein and carbs.
On the other side of the Matanicow. Would you care to know what the Nips think of us?
Yes, sir.
The Americans on this island are not ordinary troops, but Marines. A special force recruited from jails and insane asylums for bloodlust.
That'll get the confidence up.
They got that right.
You're special.
I got some more good news. Rumors that they would never get here to the contrary. The Army just landed. I know. I want every man in my battalion shaved by 1600. Yes, sir. There ain't nothing much we can do about our dungarees. I figure we're just raggedy-ass Marines. We look this way for a reason.
Yes, sir. We can't do it if they don't run.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Evans, you sound like my fucking wife.
Kinda looks like it too, huh? A little bit. What's this? Hey.
Hey, whoa, hey! Right fucking here! Thanks for coming, guys! Fucking Army. Fucking wait.
Telling you, I ain't getting lost in the comedic moments.
See, Evans? The Army don't know the Japs bombed the airfield, not the beach. Stay
Stay low, get greedy. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, over here, over here. Hey, Manny, right here, Manny. Go!
Let's go, JP. Come on, get in. Come on, JP, come on.
JP, make sure you get those cherries.
Are they?
I got the cherries.
Are they hustling supplies from the army?
Army gets the new stuff and we fight with shit my grandfather used.
Alright, so they are. They are hustling stuff from the army.
Crackers!
Give me that. I got it.
You there! Oh, damn it! Let's go, come on! I said hold!
Come on, JP.
Come on, man. We're all on the same team.
That's right,
I mean, is this a healthy is it a healthy rivalry, or is it, you know?
Private Lecky. Sir? Army captain from the 164th's raising hell about somebody breaking into his trunk and stealing a box of cigars. And shoes. Not just any shoes, said they were his favorite pair of moccasins.
Wasn't me. Wallahi.
Bad luck for that captain.
Yeah, well, you might want to watch where you wear those. Or smoke any cigars you might not have.
Oh, Johnny Walker, Red Label. No way.
Drink any hooch you might not have.
Anything happened while I was prospecting? Betty Hutton stopped by giving out blowjobs. What'd you get?
Oh, man.
Well, these are for me. But if you were nice and mind your manners, I might give you a puff. These are for you miscreants. Oh, my God.
It is really the Hunger Games out here.
Traded the crackers of F Company.
Hey, peaches. Peaches. I got the goddamn runs. You had to get peaches.
They're all out of cheese, runner.
Oh, my God. These are amazing.
Ugh.
Peaches. Your new name is Peaches.
Fuck you.
You got it, Peaches. You gotta write Vera about this.
Runner. Your new nickname is Old Faithful.
Fuck you, Peaches.
Come on, Mike, come on, go!
Relentless, man. Relentless.
You're okay.
Start taking out.
And you wonder why soldiers struggle, you know, with PTSD post the war. Sleepless nights. When you experience this on the daily 24/7 for weeks, months, years.
Direct hit. Some little Jap lady in weapons plant. She puts in 5 more grams of explosives.
Man, that could have been us.
Basilone, Manny, JP.
Briggs, what is it? Briggs.
Chesty wants Star Company NCOs at his CP.
If the Japs do break through, and they retake the airfield, our orders are to take to the jungles and fight as guerrillas. This is not going to happen.
Aye, sir.
Gotta defend the airfield.
Men in line at Sector 3. Get it done.
Aye, sir.
Basilone, you and Rodriguez stay behind. Listen, can you spare this hombre? I need another runner.
The hell, Colonel, we're sick of him.
Get your shit and meet me back at the CP.
Aye, sir. How did Chester get all the phones?
God knows. He wants every gun pit on a party line, so we got a man listening at all times.
Hey, you want some limit steaks in there, Sergeant?
Yeah, go get it.
See, I feel like with Basilone, I remember one of the veterans saying, or I think one of the narrations was saying over the episode, that the enemy was only about 50 to 100 yards away from you. And, you know, that's how close quarters it was. That, like, they were only, like, eye distance away. You could probably just see them and point them out, and you knew their position. However, with this, I feel like even if you just stray away or walk out into an open field for a second, like not like a second, like a couple of seconds, walk out into the open field, and the way the jungle has been portrayed is that you cannot even see the Japs at points. And the way they use the jungle to their advantage, the jungle is a character in itself, sort of protecting the Japanese. I feel like they're using the terrain environment to their obviously their advantage, and they're catching out the Marines and the army at points. Because I feel like if you stray away for like I was saying before, a couple of seconds, it could mean your life. Even if you don't have your head down, if you're standing upright and you stray away into an open field and you just don't know what's in front of you, there could be a lone Japanese soldier or a couple Japanese soldiers, come in to just take 1 or 2 out here and there. It's absolutely insane. I love that this show is portraying that at any instance, anyone can get taken out. And you see Basilone here looking, into the jungle trying to point something out, and anyone could be disguised in these bushes.
Decided to go around us to hit the airfield.
We're too spread out, same as pulling in the 7th and Sector 3.
Yeah, same old story for the 1st Marines.
2-hour watches tonight all along the line. What you got smoking? Raleighs?
That's our allotment. Only the officers get the lucky strikes.
Well, I can't have my platoon suffering. Eyes open, ears up.
All right, sir.
That was a gesture of a gentleman.
We must really be fucked.
Yep.
Thanks, Evans.
Here, Sergeant, while it's still dry. Thanks.
I love the rain scenes, man. I don't know why. I just love rain. I just love the rain sequences.
Played the trumpet with me in the division band.
You any good? On the trumpet? That was a joke. Look at you. We'll make a Marine out of you yet.
Sir, it's Briggs at the outpost.
Fuller, report, over.
I got the whole fucking Jap army headed your way. Over.
Lock in.
When they're past you, pull out and hook up with Able Company.
1st Battalion, hold your fire as long as possible. Say again, hold your fire.
Over. Get division on the line.
Aye, aye, sir.
Rodriguez, sir. Run as much ammo down there as you can.
Aye, sir.
They're not just coming across the Matanico. They're coming right at us.
Any intelligence or any sort of tactics can be thrown out the window. Any expectations you have of where they're going to attack, where from, what position, you just got to anticipate the worst possible scenario.
Everyone okay? Yeah. Yes, Sergeant.
They got to hold their fire. But no. That's 2 episodes in a row we've had sort of night attacks like this. Relentless, relentless. From both ends. They're not going to have enough ammunition to sustain this.
JP for you. How much ammo you got?
Half a bell.
That's it?
Yeah.
This is our last box too, Sergeant.
Half a box, man. Ain't gonna do. You saw before, them not having enough men in, you know, that couple of seconds to reload the box can cost you your life.
They broke through! They overran us! Both guns are out!
Evans, we're going! We gotta help JP! Where the hell is my glove? Avoid the charge!
Aye, Sergeant!
Ah. That gun, the barrel would be freaking so hot. Damn, Basilone. He didn't even take the shot from a distance. He went up close and personal.
Let's go!
The call-outs have to be on point as well. Every time. What were the numbers? 5,000 Japanese on how many Americans? It seems like, from what I've seen, there's barely like maybe a couple hundred Navy and Marines. 1,000 at most. But they're stretched thin because they got to protect the airfield as well. Just being mowed down, man. Anything to get through the line.
JP, cover me. John, wait, what are you doing? John, what are you doing?
Is he going to get their weapons or ammunition? A pile of bodies, man. A mountain of bodies.
What the hell was that?
Now you got a clear field of fire.
Oh, okay.
Report. Evans, stay here. Hold this position. Ammo for the 30s! Come on, come on, come on! That's all we got!
Dude, they're coming from all directions, coming out of nowhere. You gotta be alert all times. 360 field of view. Relentless action, man, non-stop. Japanese soldiers just keep pursuing and charging in that direction, knowing it could mean their death. Like, just into an open field like that. What do you guys think as well of the lighting in those particular scenes at night? Because I feel like it's done really well to sort of reflect the experience of the soldiers at the time, because there wouldn't have been any lighting at all. It's really well done in terms of like the natural lighting it's depicted. At times, obviously, it's hard to see a little bit, but I think it's done. It's lit up just enough to follow the action, and you don't want to have things too brightly lit. You don't want it to look unnatural because you want to create the most immersive and visceral experience possible, because like Band of Brothers and as the Pacific has done thus far, you want to try and truly reflect and mimic the events of the time. And I think the use of natural lighting for the night sequences has been expertly done. It's been pretty well done, especially with them, I think, shooting on location. I think it's all natural locations. It's not like Basilone, I believe, where it's all shot on a soundstage. It does look like they really shot this in a lot of real jungles, natural locations, forests. I think you guys are saying in the comment sections that a lot of it was possibly shot in Australia. So yeah, interesting. And I don't want to do too much research on the show because I don't want any spoilers. So I think you guys can fill me in the comment sections episode by episode. But I think it's really well done, with a lot of the times the muzzle flash, or like, the sort of muzzle flash and emanating from the guns, lighting up a lot of the sequences, and the flares themselves going up in the sky to pinpoint the location, lighting up the characters themselves. So I think it's really well done. Damn, man. Just bodies on bodies, back-to-back episodes. You know, it says a lot about the Japanese as well. Like, the Americans, we've seen a few casualties, you know, like maybe a handful picked off here and there. But the Japanese back-to-back episodes, you've seen, you know, multiple bodies on top of one another. You saw last episode with the river and them trying to cross and outflank the Marines. And then this episode here in this little open field.
He's sleeping.
Manny, all right?
I haven't seen him. Guess I need a new one, huh?
You and me both.
This show is fantastic. Fantastic.
Sir, anybody bring in Sergeant Rodriguez last night? Manny Rodriguez?
I wish I could keep track. Check the aid station.
Don't tell me Manny's been captured, man. Was one of the deceased.
Morning, sir.
As you were. Nice work. I'm putting you in for a medal, John. We're gonna be moving west toward Lunga, up on the ridge. 164 is gonna take this position. Get yourself some hot chow.
Aye, sir. Got it.
I have a feeling Sergeant Basilone might roll up on Manny's body here after he saved his life. Hey, his body might have been swallowed by the jungle. Damn, man. Saved his life. Even the Punisher can't survive this war.
It's gone, isn't it? Doesn't matter. I'm enlisting tomorrow. I'd do it tonight if they were open.
Eugene.
I don't need your permission, Father.
The worst thing about treating those combat boys from the Great War wasn't that they'd had their flesh torn. It was that they had had their souls torn out. I don't want to look in your eyes someday and see no spark, no love, no life. That would break my heart.
And nothing but facts speaking.
Give me some time to break the news to your mother.
Or spoken by Eugene's father right there.
After supper, I'll take him for a walk. That would do it.
You know, even if your son does return from this war,
Thank you, Father.
will he ever be the same again?
Come on, Deacon.
That innocence taken away.
The foe you gave was strong and brave and unafraid to die.
That's I love the way that was written there. That was beautifully written about, you know, I've treated so many individuals from the Great War. They've lost flesh, you know, limbs, everything, but, you know, I don't want to see you lose your soul. You know, they could lose all those things, but the thing that they probably lost the most was their soul. That's what war does to you. And I feel like Band of Brothers expertly reflected that, along with the We Stand Alone Together documentary, and having these veterans being interviewed, and what you guys were saying in the comment section as well, that some of the families were only hearing these stories once the documentary was being made, once the show was being made, once the veterans decided to open up for the purposes of the documentary, the family members themselves were hearing this for the first time. And it's a situation of, sometimes I feel like you want to carry those scars, or you have to carry those scars forever. And no matter how deep down you try to bury them, they're always going to resurface, or they're always going to be there. And sometimes you got to keep that to yourself. I feel like for these veterans, it's something, like they said in the documentary, it's an experience they shared together. It's experience they bonded with together, and they don't want to mention it to family members. They don't feel like opening up to them because of how horrific it was. And man, this show is replicating that as well, from obviously a different perspective of the war, and it's absolutely sensational. Like that little scene right there, that minute or two with Eugene and his father was beautiful.
Speak to the Lord for our comrades, killed when the battle seemed lost. They went to meet a bright defeat, the hero's holocaust. False is the vaunt of the victor, empty our living pride. For those who fell, there is no hell, not for the brave who died.
Say hi for me.
Old Faithful with the Santa hat.
Here, fellow runner says, howdy do. Not a letter. A poem. An ode. An epitaph in celebration of our glorious victory at Guadalcanal.
So they held down the airfield for now.
I mean, what the hell rhymes with Guadalcanal?
How fucked are we now on Guadalcanal?
Get your gear and stand by to stand by. We're finally leaving this shithole.
he's got the Christmas bow tie ribbon around the front of the gun on the barrel.
You don't ever think about that?
You know me, John. I try not to think.
If it happens, it happens.
We should get moving.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the Navy somewhat took control over the islands surrounding Guadalcanal. I love that the soldiers were even, like, they're struggling, they're laboring to just get up onto the boat.
No chow through 1400, I'm sorry.
Hey, we heard there was coffee.
Coffee? Shit, I can get you guys some coffee. Milk and sugar? So how bad was it? Because I heard it was bad.
From who?
What do you mean?
I mean, before you got here, had you ever even heard of this place?
Guadalcanal? Everybody's heard of Guadalcanal in the 1st Marine Division. You guys are on the front page of every newspaper in America. You're heroes back home.
Damn, man, what a way to end an episode. What a way to end an episode. Everybody's heard of Guadalcanal. Very few words spoken right there, but so much told just from the facial expressions of the actors. Fantastic acting right there. Fantastic acting right there at the end. And, you know, the cook asking the soldiers, was it bad? And just from the facial expressions, obviously, you know, a face or like a facial expression telling 1,000 words in itself, telling a whole story in itself and what they went through. And it's funny how I just talked about before the veterans in Band of Brothers, you know, not even opening up to their families after an experience like that. And then here, immediately right after, a day or two, you know, after going on the Navy ships, after experiencing what they did, it's almost as if those 4 individuals were bonded by that experience. And it's something that we share together till the day we die. And no one else needs to know about it. Like, in a way, it just, that scene reflected that. That's something, or those experiences created a special bond between the soldiers themselves. And, you know, they didn't even want to open up to a fellow, you know, cook in the army or cook in the Navy, you know, who's just asking about it. Really? Was it bad? You already know. You know, you're portrayed as heroes back home, but look what we went through. Look at the amount of soldiers we lost. You know, the horrible conditions we had to endure. Everything. Man, a fantastic opening to this series. 2 episodes in. And it's been a home run thus far with the Pacific, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are enjoying my reactions. As always, it's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.